I've had clients describe MDC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
The question is, how do they keep him safe? Given everything that happened with Jeffrey Epstein, they are...
He's stuck here at MDC Brooklyn, where even a federal judge has called conditions dangerous and barbaric.
Diddy's life is now in danger, he believes, at this notorious federal detention facility.
Never before seen footage of Diddy is going viral, sparking concerns about his life behind bars. What does this video reveal about his condition and who he's sharing his cell with? With a high-profile trial on the way and ongoing struggles in prison, Diddy's situation seems to be getting more intense. Stay with us as we explore new footage of Diddy with prison inmates, viral footage, and conspiracy theory about Diddy in prison. A video of Diddy has gone viral on social media, sparking a lot of discussion online. The video, which shows Diddy talking in a room, had the caption, "Diddy Combs speaks from prison." In it, Diddy talks about feeling overwhelmed and confused, trying to make sense of a situation that's unfolding.
It's so overwhelming. Nowhere near as overwhelming as it must be.
He mentions being glued to the TV and finding it hard to process everything that's happening, even feeling the need to turn off the TV at times because of how intense it all feels. Fans are claiming this video was recorded while Diddy was in prison, which has raised even more questions and speculation. However, it is important to note that, at this point, we don't know if the video is authentic or whether Diddy is actually speaking from prison. The origins and context of the video remain unclear. This has led to many conspiracy theories, as many fans are questioning whether the person behind the bar is actually Diddy. Some believe that the man behind bars looks different from the Diddy they've seen at events before his arrest, fueling rumors that he might not be the real Diddy. One popular theory is that the mugshot released is fake, with some fans even claiming it looks like it was created by AI. The suspicions don't stop there. Some fans have pointed out that a private jet frequently used by Diddy has been spotted traveling to several locations around the world, including places like Auckland, New Zealand. This has led to more claims that Diddy is actually free and traveling while a look-alike or body double is being held in jail. These ideas have gained traction after social media influencer Kareem Jovian broke down the theory on his Instagram, with many fans commenting and agreeing that something seems off.
This is a real photo of Diddy. Notice the markings on his face. However, in this mugshot right here, you do not see these markings at all.
While new conspiracy theories emerge every day, what about his condition in prison? Many fans think that he is enjoying a luxurious life, but let us tell you something. The grass isn't greener on the other side. Let's explore the current situation of Diddy in prison. Current situation of Diddy in prison. In case you guys don't know, Diddy is staying in the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC in Brooklyn. The prison is known as one of the most dangerous and poorly managed federal jails in the United States. The facility has been plagued by severe problems since it first opened in the early 1990s. Designed mainly to house people awaiting trial in federal courts in Manhattan or Brooklyn, it also holds a small number of convicted inmates serving short sentences. Despite being a place where detainees should be held temporarily, conditions inside the jail have long been described as harsh, unsafe, and inhumane. The problems at MDC Brooklyn are numerous. First, there is the issue of aggression. The jail has been the site of several aggressive incidents in recent years, including attacks, brawls, and deaths. One notable case involved Uriah White, a detainee who was fatally attacked in June. Just a month later, another inmate, Edwin Cordero, died after being injured in a fight. These aggressive episodes are a part of a broader pattern of unrest within the facility, fueled by overcrowding, poor conditions, and a lack of proper supervision. Another major concern is the severe staffing shortages. As of late last year, the jail was operating at about 55% full staffing. This lack of staff not only places a huge burden on the employees, but also creates serious security risks. Without enough guards, it becomes difficult to maintain order, and the jail has experienced frequent lockdowns where detainees are confined to their cells for long periods without access to visits, calls, showers, or even exercise. These lockdowns add to the already poor living conditions and contribute to the growing frustration and unrest among inmates. One of the most concerning aspects of MDC Brooklyn is the widespread smuggling of substances and other contraband. Some staff members have been caught accepting bribes or helping bring in illegal items like cigarettes and cell phones. This smuggling adds another layer of danger to the environment, as it can fuel violence and other criminal activities within the jail. The jail's infrastructure is also a major issue. In 2019, MDC Brooklyn suffered a week-long power outage during the winter, leaving inmates without heat and freezing temperatures. This led to unrest among the detainees and sparked outrage from federal watchdogs, who criticized the jail's poor management and lack of preparedness. Even beyond that event, the facility has faced numerous maintenance problems, with over 700 backlogged requests for repairs. The jail's response to the pandemic was also highly criticized. It was the site of the first federal inmate to test positive for the virus, and the outbreak quickly spread due to the close quarters and lack of proper health protocols. Well, Diddy has been struggling with life inside MDC Brooklyn since his arrest. According to reports from his lawyer, Diddy is not adjusting well to the harsh conditions of the jail, particularly the food. He has been served a limited menu that includes scrambled eggs and biscuits for breakfast, hamburgers and beef tacos for lunch, and chicken fajitas and pasta for dinner. While this might sound like a decent variety, Diddy's lawyer has stated that the food quality is poor and that the rapper is finding it difficult to eat. This struggle with food is just one part of Diddy's larger problem with adjusting to jail life. Being used to a luxurious lifestyle, Diddy is now facing the stark reality of MDC Brooklyn's brutal conditions. The overcrowded and understaffed jail is a far cry from the comfort of his $48 million mansion in Miami Beach, Florida, where his lawyers had hoped he could stay under house arrest while awaiting trial. One thing is clear: living in the MDC is like living in hell. Is Diddy the only famous person who has stepped into this hell? Or have other public figures gone through all of this too? Let's uncover them. Famous Inmates of MDC Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, has held a number of well-known and high-profile criminals over the years. These include a variety of figures from different backgrounds, such as musicians, actors, and even financial criminals. One of the most notorious people to have stayed at MDC is R. Kelly, the R&B singer who was convicted of misconduct and exploitation. R. Kelly's case received a lot of attention due to the nature of his crimes, and his stay at MDC was widely reported in the news. While he was there, he faced many of the same harsh conditions that other detainees experience, such as frequent lockdowns and poor living standards. The detention center has also housed several famous rappers. Tekashi 6ix9ine was held at MDC after being arrested on racketeering charges. The rapper, known for his colorful appearance and controversial personality, became even more notorious when he cooperated with authorities in exchange for a reduced sentence. Another rapper, Fetty Wap, was also held at MDC on charges related to trafficking. His time in jail was part of a larger case involving several other defendants, and like Tekashi 6ix9ine, his arrest made headlines. Moving on, a former actress from the TV show Smallville also spent some time in MDC. We are talking about Allison Mack, who was involved in manipulating many people. Mack was also convicted of several crimes, including trafficking. Her fall from fame shocked many fans of her acting career. Another notorious figure to spend time at MDC was Martin Shkreli, also known as the Pharma Bro. Shkreli gained infamy for drastically increasing the price of life-saving substances and was later convicted of securities fraud. His smug attitude and behavior during the trial made him one of the most disliked figures. Lastly, Austin Wolf was held at MDC after being arrested for possessing and distributing disturbing footage. His case received attention due to his celebrity status in the adult film industry, and his crimes were part of a larger investigation into illegal content. Diddy is currently sharing his cell with Sam Bankman-Fried. Bankman-Fried, once a billionaire and founder of the cryptocurrency platform FTX, is one of the most talked about figures in the financial world. At the peak of his career, FTX was valued at over $30 billion, and Bankman-Fried was seen as a major force in the tech and finance sectors. However, His rise to fame was followed by a sharp fall from grace after a series of scandals hit FTX. Life at MDC has been difficult for Bankman-Fried, just as it has been for Diddy. One of the main challenges Bankman-Fried faces is his limited access to computers, which his lawyers argue is essential for preparing his defense in such a complicated financial case. As a former high-powered tech mogul, not being able to work on his case has made his time in jail even more difficult. Additionally, Bankman-Fried follows a vegan diet, and the food options at MDC have been extremely limited for him. His lawyers have shared that he is mainly surviving on basic foods like bread, water, and peanut butter. This makes his stay even more challenging as he struggles to find proper nutrition while awaiting trial. Well, more detailed insights about the prison can be provided by the people who stayed in it. What are their opinions about Diddy's stay in prison? Let's learn about their experiences. Experience of ex-inmates of MDC. A former inmate of MDC, Sam Mangel, has shared insights into what life is like for Diddy, who is currently being held there. Sam, who now works as a federal prison consultant, has first-hand experience with the harsh conditions of this type of facility and believes Diddy's time there is extremely tough. Sam described that Diddy is being held in the Special Housing Unit, SHU, which is the most restrictive part of the prison. Prisoners in the SSU have very limited freedom, only being allowed out of their cells for 1 hour 3 times a week. The rest of the time, they are confined to their small cells. The conditions inside the cell are minimal. Diddy's cell is around 6 feet by 9 feet. The mattress and pillow are combined into one piece, offering little comfort. And the only other things in the cell are a steel toilet and sink combo and possibly a small writing desk. The toilet only flushes 3 times a day, a measure taken to prevent prisoners from flooding their cells and causing damage. Although Diddy is staying at a special unit, Sam explained that this doesn't mean he has peace. The noise in the SU is constant, with prisoners yelling and banging on the walls all night. The environment is loud, chaotic, and unsettling, and there is no escape from it. Even though Diddy is by himself, he can hear everything happening around him, making it impossible to find any quiet or rest. Sam, who has helped other clients at the same prison, believes that Diddy is likely going through a very difficult time in these conditions. Moreover, YouTuber Tiffany Fong has been closely analyzing Diddy's situation in jail, and she recently shared some interesting insights. In an interview with G-Lock, a former inmate of MDC, they discussed what Diddy's experience might be like in prison. G-Lock suggested that Diddy, being both wealthy and high profile, might bond with Sam Bankman-Fried, another inmate at MDC, who is also well known for his wealth and influence. They both come from similar backgrounds, and it's possible that they might stick together and find some comfort in each other's company while in the unit. Tiffany raised concerns about Diddy's safety in the prison, especially given the nature of the charges against him. However, G-Lock reassured her that inappropriate behavior, at least during his time there, was not common in MDC. He did mention an incident where a transgender inmate caused some tension, but because of the open layout of the unit, it's hard for anyone to act out without being noticed by others. When it comes to how the guards treat high-profile inmates like Diddy, G-Lock mentioned that while some officers may have personal opinions about celebrities, they generally treat everyone the same. The food in the prison is another challenge. According to G-Lock, the meals are repetitive and often of poor quality. Moreover, G-Lock revealed that items like phones and substances sometimes find their way into the facility, usually through visiting family members or corrupt officers. The hardest part of prison life, according to G-Lock, is the severe isolation, poor medical care, and filthy conditions.
You have to prepare yourself. Once you get to that cell life, it's going to get bad. Full North, you only in there because they had to make a unit to put these high-profile people.
Many inmates struggle to get even basic medical attention, and G-Lock himself had trouble getting a new inhaler for his asthma. It seems like Diddy is going through a lot. The next question arises, when will he come out of this hell? According to the latest trial, he has to wait a long time as the judge is constantly denying his bail. Let's find out. Latest developments of Diddy's case. Diddy is set to go to trial on May 5th, 2025. His trial date was confirmed during a court hearing in New York. Diddy, who has pleaded not guilty to the charges against him, was present in the courtroom, dressed in a tan jail-issued shirt and khaki pants. His ankles were shackled as he entered the courtroom, but he still smiled and waved at his family, who were seated in the second row. The prosecutor, Emily Johnson, mentioned that the prosecution expects their case to take about 3 weeks. However, there is a chance that the trial could take longer if new charges or additional defendants are introduced. This possibility was hinted at with the mention of a superseding indictment, which could add more complexity to the case.
Diddy Combs was back in federal court today.
This was Combs' first appearance before the new judge assigned to his case, and he had his 3 new attorneys with him.
Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, said that the defense would likely take around 1 week to present their case. His legal team is eager to move forward with the trial, especially after Diddy was denied bail twice and remains in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Judge Arun Subramanian, who is now overseeing the case, instructed both the prosecution and defense not to make any public comments about secret grand jury information or other confidential evidence. Diddy's lawyers were tasked with drafting a proposal to ensure that both sides follow this rule. This hearing was Diddy's 3rd court appearance since his arrest, but his first time appearing before Judge Subramanian, who took over the case after the previous judge, Andrew Carter, stepped aside. Diddy's next court appearance is scheduled for December 18th, as he continues to await trial in federal custody. Stay tuned as we dive into the crucial role of Judge Arun Subramanian in this high-stakes legal battle. The judge presiding over the case. In the ongoing legal saga involving Sean Diddy Combs, the focus has shifted to a notable figure in the judiciary, Judge Arun Subramanian. Appointed as the district judge for the Southern District of New York in March 2023, Judge Subramanian has made history as the first South Asian to hold this position. Before his judicial career, Judge Subramanian had a rich legal background, including clerkships with prominent figures in the judiciary. He worked for Dennis Jacobs on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, and also had the opportunity to clerk for the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. These experiences provided him with insights into the judicial process that would later serve him well as a judge. Prior to his appointment, he was a partner at Sussman Godfrey, LLP, where his work primarily revolved around commercial and bankruptcy law. The case against Diddy took a significant turn when Judge Subramanian stepped in to oversee the proceedings after the previous judge, Andrew L. Carter Jr., recused himself. One of the first and most notable decisions made by Judge Subramanian was to deny Diddy's request for bail. This ruling has kept the music mogul in custody while he awaits trial.
A federal appeals court denied a request from the legal team of Sean Diddy Combs to immediately release the rapper from jail.
The prosecution argued that Diddy posed a flight risk and could potentially intimidate witnesses if he were released. Judge Subramanian agreed with these concerns, highlighting the seriousness of the charges against Diddy. The defense had suggested alternatives, such as home detention with GPS monitoring and a substantial bail amount, but the judge found these measures inadequate given the circumstances. Judge Subramanian has not only focused on the bail issue, but has also played a crucial role in establishing the timeline for the trial. During a hearing on October 10th, 2024, he announced that the trial would start on May 5th, 2025. This decision came after considering the vast amount of evidence that both sides need to examine. Over 90 terabytes of data was seized from Diddy's electronic devices, and this volume of information necessitated a thoughtful approach to scheduling. By allowing ample time for both the prosecution and defense to prepare, Judge Subramanian demonstrated his commitment to ensuring a fair and thorough judicial process. However, his rulings have not come without their share of controversy. The defense team has repeatedly questioned Judge Subramanian's decisions, arguing that both the denial of bail and the extended timeline for the trial are unfairly prejudicing Diddy. They have submitted motions to reconsider the bail ruling, citing new evidence and changes in circumstances that they believe warrant a different outcome. Yet, Judge Subramanian has consistently denied these requests, maintaining that the risk factors identified during the initial bail hearing still apply. He has underscored the need to preserve the integrity of the trial, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a fair process, even for high-profile individuals. Throughout these proceedings, Judge Subramanian has approached his role with careful consideration and balance. He has made it a priority to ensure that both the prosecution and defense have equal opportunities to present their cases fully. His decisions reflect a commitment to judicial impartiality and a determination to uphold the rule of law, which are critical in maintaining public trust in the judicial system. Judge Subramanian's decisions have undeniably impacted Diddy's legal situation, but what are the immediate consequences for the music mogul? How is Diddy coping behind bars in one of the harshest jails in New York? Let's explore the reality of where he is now and the conditions he's facing at the jail. Where is Diddy now? Sean Diddy Combs is currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn. This facility is known for its tough and often terrible conditions. Diddy was arrested on serious charges, and since then, he has been stuck in this federal jail. Many people describe the MDC as hell on earth, highlighting how terrible the living conditions are. Located in an industrial part of Brooklyn, the MDC is the only federal jail in New York City. Unfortunately, it has had severe problems ever since it opened in the 1990s. Life at the MDC is very difficult for Diddy. The facility is overcrowded and dirty, with many inmates complaining about the conditions. There are frequent lockdowns that limit the movement of inmates, meaning they have little access to essential services like showers, exercise, and visits from family or friends. These lockdowns are often the result of staff shortages. The MDC has faced criticism for not having enough guards, which worsens the already dire situation. Without enough supervision, violence often breaks out among the inmates. Reports from the MDC reveal a range of troubling issues. Strictness is a common problem, and there are allegations that some staff members are involved in smuggling contraband into the facility. Tragically, the MDC has seen several deaths over the years, highlighting how dangerous it can be for those incarcerated there.
There have been 2 murders, 4 suicides, and numerous stabbings and lockdowns in recent years.
The infrastructure of the jail is in poor shape, with problems like falling concrete, freezing temperatures in the winter, and malfunctioning cells. Because of these dangerous conditions, some judges have even refused to send inmates to the MDC, stating that it cannot provide a safe or humane environment. Another significant problem at the MDC is the medical care available to inmates. Many have reported that it takes a long time to receive medical attention, which can worsen their health issues and lead to serious complications. The medical unit at the MDC is often understaffed and lacks the necessary resources to adequately care for the inmate population. This lack of proper medical attention has become a point of contention in Diddy's legal cases. His lawyers argue that the harsh conditions at the MDC are detrimental to his health and well-being. Diddy's legal team has been working hard to secure his release on bail. They have suggested alternatives, such as allowing him to stay under house arrest with GPS monitoring at his mansion in Miami Beach, valued at $48 million. However, the court has denied these requests. The judge cites the seriousness of the charges and the potential for Diddy to tamper with witnesses as reasons for keeping him in custody. His defense team has pointed out the awful conditions at the MDC, describing them as an ongoing tragedy and emphasizing the need for Diddy to be placed in a safer environment. As Diddy waits for his trial, he remains in the MDC, where he endures the tough conditions that many other inmates also face. His situation shines a light on broader issues within the federal prison system. Problems like overcrowding, violence, and poor medical care are all too common in these facilities. The harsh realities at the MDC have attracted considerable media attention, especially given Diddy's celebrity status. His experience has sparked discussions about the urgent need for reform within the federal detention system, raising questions about how inmates are treated and what can be done to improve their circumstances. Diddy's time at the MDC highlights the harsh realities of life behind bars. But what does the future hold for him if he's convicted of these serious charges? Could his empire survive such a hit? Or will his legal troubles permanently alter his life and career? Stay with us to explore what could be next for Diddy. The future ahead for Diddy. As Sean Diddy Combs faces the possibility of conviction on serious charges, including trafficking and misconduct, his future looks increasingly uncertain. If he is found guilty, Diddy could face a lengthy prison sentence that would dramatically change his life. Legal experts indicate that the charges against him are severe enough to result in significant time behind bars. Specifically, the conspiracy charge alone carries a maximum sentence of life in prison. The trafficking charge has a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years and could also lead to a life sentence. Given the seriousness of these charges, a long prison term seems almost guaranteed if Diddy is convicted. The prosecution's case is reportedly strong, backed by extensive digital evidence and witness testimonies, which further increases the likelihood of a conviction. However, the potential sentencing isn't the only hurdle Diddy faces. The personal and professional consequences of his legal troubles are far-reaching. On a personal level, Diddy's time in prison would have a profound impact on his family. As a father to 6 children, his absence would surely affect them deeply. They would not only have to cope with the idea of their father being in prison, but they would also endure the emotional turmoil of public scrutiny surrounding the case. The stigma associated with his charges and potential conviction could lead to long-lasting psychological effects on his children and other family members. Relationships within his family may also suffer as the emotional strain takes its toll. On the professional front, Diddy's legal battles threaten to dismantle the empire he has built over decades. His business ventures span across music, fashion, and media, with his brand being a crucial part of his success. The ongoing legal issues have already begun to tarnish his reputation, which is essential for maintaining solid business partnerships and consumer trust. Companies and brands associated with Diddy may start distancing themselves from him to avoid negative publicity, leading to the termination of lucrative deals and partnerships. This distancing could result in significant financial losses and hinder future business opportunities, making it difficult for him to recover. Additionally, the financial strain from legal fees and potential settlements related to civil suits adds another layer of difficulty. High-profile cases like Diddy's often require a team of top-tier lawyers, whose fees can quickly escalate into millions of dollars. If the lawsuits lead to settlements, the costs could further increase, significantly impacting his net worth. The burden of these legal battles, combined with the potential loss of business revenue, poses a serious threat to the sustainability of his ventures. The impact on Diddy's music career is another major concern. As a prominent figure in the music industry, his legal troubles could lead to a decline in music sales and streaming numbers. Fans may begin to distance themselves from him, and collaborators might hesitate to work with him due to the negative publicity surrounding his case. This could affect his influence and reach within the industry, which has been a crucial aspect of his career. New artists might also be deterred from associating with him, further diminishing his role and status in the music scene. Diddy's ex dropped a bombshell in court, turning everything upside down. Her latest statement has left fans and the media buzzing, sparking new questions about Diddy's personal life and legal battles. As this unfolds, everyone's wondering what this could mean for his future, both in and out of the spotlight. Could this new revelation be the key to unlocking hidden truths about Diddy's relationships? Diddy began dating fashion designer Misa Hilton in the early 1990s, just as he made a name for himself in the music world. He played a big part in launching Hilton's career by hiring her to style the R&B group Jodeci. In December 1993, the couple welcomed their son, Justin. Although they split soon after, they remained on good terms while co-parenting Justin. Hilton even attended Diddy's 50th birthday celebration in 2019. However, in June 2023, tension between the two surfaced on social media after Justin was arrested for a DUI. On her Instagram story, Hilton seemed frustrated, writing that she had sat around for years pretending there wasn't anything wrong. She also appeared to swipe at Diddy's lawsuit against Diageo, the company behind his Ciroc and DeLeon brands. Diddy sued them for racial discrimination, claiming they didn't properly promote the brands. Hilton expressed her disapproval, saying, "How do you go from being one of the best to making all your money from alcohol and then suing the company? Why not sell something healthy that lifts people?" Despite the heated post, the two patched things up soon after. Moreover, Hilton spoke out after a troubling video of Diddy and his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura resurfaced. The video from 2016 shows Diddy pushing and kicking Cassie, and it has left many in shock. Hilton took to Instagram on May 21st to express her feelings. She shared photos of Justin and Diddy's other children, including Quincy, Christian, Chance, twins Delilah and Jesse, and baby Love. In her post, she said, "My heart breaks for Cassie having to relive this painful experience. I know exactly how she feels, and it has brought up my past trauma." She continued, "These kids were raised by women who wanted the best for them. We've always prioritized God and education, working together to support their dreams. Some of the youngest ones don't have their mother with them, and we've taken it upon ourselves to care for them." The video, released by CNN on May 17th, shows a physical altercation between Diddy and Cassie at a hotel in 2016, which matched claims she made in a lawsuit last November. The footage shows Diddy grabbing her by the neck, throwing her to the ground, and kicking her before taking her belongings and leaving. This wasn't the first time Hilton spoke up. Earlier in the year, she commented on the aggressive police raid at Diddy's house where Justin and Christian were handcuffed. "The excessive force used against my sons was unacceptable," she said. "If they were children of a non-black celebrity, they wouldn't have been treated that way. It was an attempt to humiliate and scare these young black men. And it's disgraceful." Now that we've explored Misa Hilton Brim, let's shift our focus to Kim Porter. Known for her relationship with Diddy, Kim was a model and actress who faced both love and controversy. Their on and off romance was filled with drama. What were the biggest challenges they faced? How did Kim shape Diddy's world? Let's begin. The relationship between Diddy and his late ex-partner Kim Porter has resurfaced following Diddy's recent arrest on inappropriate trafficking charges. Kim, who passed away in 2018 at age 47, shared a complex and often tumultuous relationship that spanned 13 years, from 1994 to 2007. They had 3 children, Christian and twin daughters Jesse, James, and Delilah. Diddy also raised Quincy from a previous relationship with Kim. Kim, a model and actress, played a central role in Diddy's life. Her sudden death from lobar pneumonia in 2018 was a devastating blow to the family. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner ruled her death as natural, but since then, various conspiracy theories have surfaced, especially with Diddy now facing serious legal charges. Diddy's children, Christian, Jesse, Delilah, and Quincy, recently released a joint statement on Instagram, responding to false rumors about their parents' relationship and their mother's tragic passing. In their statement, they urged people to stop spreading harmful lies and respect their mother's memory. Adding to the controversy, a book titled Kim's Lost Words, allegedly written from Porter's diaries, was leaked in September. The book includes shocking claims about Diddy, from alleged assaults to wild parties. With Diddy now in custody awaiting trial, the family continues to deal with both public scrutiny and private grief. Diddy has briefly communicated with his family from Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. His children continue to stand by him as his legal battles unfold. Now that we've covered Kim Porter, let's turn our attention to Jennifer Lopez. Her love story was marked by passion and controversy, including a highly publicized incident in 1999. What made Diddy and Lopez's relationship so iconic? Which new photo has resurfaced? Let's talk about it. Suge Knight's recent claims that Diddy played a role in Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's divorce have reignited their past love story, which captivated the world in the late 1990s. Their romance was full of glamour, drama, and controversy. Diddy is awaiting trial in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. Interestingly, the same month as his arrest, Jennifer Lopez announced her divorce from Ben Affleck after 2 years of marriage. Lopez and Diddy first crossed paths in 1999, reportedly meeting on the set of her hit music video, If You Had My Love. Their relationship quickly became the talk of Hollywood, with the pair attending red carpets and exclusive parties, symbolizing the success of hip-hop and Latin music and entertainment. However, behind the glitter, there were signs of trouble. In 1999, their relationship took a turn during the infamous New York club gunfire scandal, where both Diddy and Lopez were arrested. While Lopez was eventually cleared of charges, the media frenzy damaged her rising career and strained her relationship with Diddy. Diddy was accused of illegal possession of a firearm and bribery, but later walked free, while rapper Jamal Barrow was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Amid rumors of infidelity and the fallout from the scandal, Lopez eventually ended their 2-year relationship. She later reflected on her time with Diddy as important yet difficult, acknowledging that the fast-paced lifestyle no longer suited her. Moreover, a resurfaced photo from a 2004 4th of July party has sparked new conversations. The image shows Diddy in bed with Jennifer Lopez, Aaliyah, Andre Harrell, Natan Adcock, and Damon Dash. All were dressed in white, except for Diddy, Jennifer, and Natan, capturing a carefree moment during better times. As Diddy faces legal trouble, this picture has reignited curiosity about his past events, including the famous white parties. With celebrities linked to Diddy staying silent, fans have taken to social media to question the history of these gatherings, especially Jennifer Lopez's quietness about her past with Diddy. Diddy has always spoken fondly of Lopez, calling her a special person. In 2020, the two reunited briefly during a charity live stream, showing that their rocky bond still holds mutual respect. Now that we've explored Jennifer Lopez, let's discuss Cassie. Cassie Ventura had a long-term relationship with Diddy, but their romance ended amidst allegations of abuse and manipulation. What were the key moments in their relationship? How did Cassie's lawsuit change the conversation about abusive relationships? Let's discuss it. Singer Cassie has made serious accusations against her former partner and music mogul, Diddy, claiming he abused her during their 10-year relationship. Their story begins in August 2006, when Cassie released her self-titled album under Diddy's Bad Boy Records. Diddy produced the album and was featured in a remix of her hit song Me and You with rapper Yoon Jock. Rumors of a romance between Cassie and Diddy began in 2007 when she became the face of his fashion label, Sean John. At the time, Diddy was ending his long-term relationship with Kim Porter. However, Cassie and Diddy kept their relationship quiet until 2012, when they were spotted together at high-profile events like Kanye West's Paris Fashion Week show. In 2014, engagement rumors sparked after Diddy shared a now-deleted photo of a diamond ring on Instagram, asking Cassie if she liked it. However, the couple faced ups and downs, including a brief breakup in December 2015. During that time, model Gina Huyn claimed she was seeing Diddy while he was still with Cassie, saying it was hard to resist the temptation. Things took a troubling turn in August 2016 when reports surfaced about a heated argument between Diddy and Cassie while driving in Los Angeles. The incident escalated, with Diddy reportedly taking Cassie's phone and leaving the car. Cassie's mother called the police, leading to a domestic incident report. Despite the turmoil, Diddy expressed his desire to have more children in a radio interview, saying he wanted a big family. However, by late 2018, their relationship had ended, although it was publicly announced in October. A representative confirmed they had been apart for months, and Diddy was soon seen with model Jocelyn Chu. After parting ways with Diddy, Cassie found love with her trainer, Alex Fine. In December 2018, she shared a sweet photo of them kissing on Instagram, and the couple later revealed they were expecting a baby. They tied the knot in September 2019, just a year after her breakup with Diddy. Cassie welcomed their first child, daughter Frankie, in December 2019, and a second daughter, Sunny, in March 2021. Here's when things start to heat up. On November 16, 2023, Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy, alleging serious charges of abuse, including claims of physical harm and manipulation throughout their relationship. In her statement, she expressed her readiness to share her story for herself and other women who have faced similar situations. She mentioned that with the deadline of New York's Adult Survivors Act approaching, she felt it was time to speak up about her past trauma. Diddy has denied these allegations through his lawyer, calling them offensive and outrageous. He claimed Cassie had previously tried to extort him for $30 million and accused her of trying to tarnish his reputation with falsehoods. Adding to the controversy, a video in May showed Diddy in a hotel hallway in 2016, seemingly in a physical confrontation with Cassie. This footage drew heavy criticism on social media. Following the backlash, Diddy apologized on Instagram, taking responsibility for his actions and stating he sought help to become a better person. In response to the video and the support she received, Cassie expressed gratitude to her supporters on Instagram, highlighting that domestic violence is a critical issue